friends, I'm Ashley and welcome to Ash's Cozy Corner. I remember playing Sonic Adventure 2 for hours and hours at a time for months, but not for the story of Sonic like you would think. I played for the Chao Gardens. I was so obsessed with taking care of my little chows, feeding them different animals to see what combos I could create, and also leveling them up to compete in the super fun races and competitions. I was so obsessed with every possible outcome that I remember printing off over 150 pages from a cheat code website that had every possible outcome for the chows. Keep in mind, this was back in the day when we had dial-up internet and you couldn't just get on your phone and pop up the cheat code website. Let's just say I loved Chao Gardens, and when I found Poglings, I freaked out. I was immediately taken back to my childhood and got so excited for this upcoming game that is not only heavily inspired by Sonic Adventure Chao Gardens, but also inspired by Animal Crossing. It's a perfect mix for a pet simulation that I think would be perfect for you cozy gamers. If you've never experienced what a Chao Garden was like, it's a very simple concept, but it is so fun. You start out with a baby creature, and depending on how you take care of it, with feeding, training, and gifts, it can have different personalities, looks, and more. This is very similar to how Poglings will play. Poglings is being created by a YouTuber which some of you may already know of, Chadtronic. Poglings is a cute pet simulation creature collecting adventure. Evolve, breed, and raise cute mysterious creatures known as Poglings. Stake claim to your island, grow your nest, and establish yourself as the best Pogling hatcher the Wild Vine Islands has ever seen. Not only is this a super cute pet sim game, but it also has a story included with a really cool cast of characters I cannot wait to meet. We'll start out in Wild Vine Islands, a chain of tropical islands where these cute little Poglings inhabit. In order to raise Poglings, you must become a Pogling hatcher by claiming and purchasing an island to make a nest. You do have one issue, however. You're a child and you don't have the money to purchase an island. However, in popular Tom Nook fashion, a rep of the Pogling Hatcher Association named Vincent offers to give you a loan by the PHA. I'm already getting flashbacks of Animal Crossing New Horizons buying millions of turnips every week just to be able to pay off my house loan. After purchasing the land, you'll then become a Pogling Hatcher and start off your adventure with this goal in mind: becoming a Master Hatcher. In order to become a Master Hatcher, it all starts with the most important part of the game: raising the Poglings. These Poglings hatch from eggs, and depending on the different eggs we find, we'll get different Poglings, maybe even some rare Poglings. The Poglings will also have a life cycle similar to Chao Gardens, where they will start out as a child and be able to evolve twice, then at a ripe old age be able to be reincarnated into another Pogling, starting out as a new egg. Just like with chows, there are so many different combinations for these little creatures, including over 400 different possible Pogling combinations, with even more being added. We've gotten to see so many different colors already, including yellow, gold, green, blue, red, as well as different body features like fins, hair, horns, moon-shaped things, markings, and even more. There are also two different special Poglings, one of them being a treasure Pogling, which will have a gem-like reflective sheen, and a glimmer Pogling, which shine a very bright color and also have sparkles. I don't care how long I have to work for it, I will have multiple glimmer Poglings on my island, and also whatever this one is. If you pay attention in the trailer, you'll see that each Pogling has a level for stamina, strength, sprinting, soaring, and swimming. Depending on what competitions you want your Pogling to participate in, these levels are super important. One of the ways you can level up specific traits would be to feed your Pogling. So for example, feeding a fruit would raise stamina, while feeding a fish would raise swimming. There are currently 12 different tracks to race on so far, and they look so beautiful and unique. I'm really looking forward to being able to grow and race my Poglings, which in turn will get you some really cool titles, medals, and even rewards. If you're really interested in the different combinations or getting better letter grades on your stats for racing, breeding is a perfect option and is also another really cool addition to the game. Poglings can start being bred once they reach their adult evolution by feeding 2 adult Poglings a passion fruit. This always results in a new egg, with the Pogling that hatches out most likely being one of the 2 colors of the parents, with a few exceptions like a red Pogling breeding with a blue Pogling will sometimes produce a purple Pogling. In Sonic Adventure 2, you really only had a small area to care for your chows, but in Poglings, your nest island serves as a home for your Poglings, while you also get to explore many more areas around the island. There's beautiful waterfalls, beaches, caves, shops, and more to explore. Other than the Tom Nook lawn, the exploration and what you get to do around the island is what really feels like Animal Crossing to me. We'll be meeting new friends, fishing around different spots on the islands, catching different bugs, and even finding treasure that could be super rare Pogling eggs. We'll also be able to grow food to feed our Poglings and earn enough money doing all of these things to finally pay off our loan and take full ownership of our island, along with being able to make upgrades to our nest. Hopefully we won't be traumatized by forgetting to sell our 100,000 turnips and then logging on and seeing them all rotting, but instead just selling a normal amount of fish, bugs, and treasure in Poglings. Thanks to the success of the Kickstarter, we can choose between playing as Keeble or Keely, two of the playable characters in Poglings. I personally think Keely is way cuter, so I'm glad the Kickstarter was successful enough to unlock a new playable character. The caveman tooth look definitely wasn't my favorite. However, all of the NPCs designs in this game are absolutely stunning. There's Myron, a local shopkeeper, Greta, a girl who travels around studying different creatures, Grady, who I don't know much about but looks like an old wizard who also studies the Poglings, Vincent, the Tom Nook of Poglings, Padlock and Priscilla, a pirate and his Chompadile who seems to like the taste of Poglings, and lastly Melody, a mystical mermaid who wants to help you by teaching songs that each have their own unique power to use. We haven't had confirmation if this is all of the NPCs, but so far, these characters look amazing. With everything I learned about this game, it really does bring the best of both worlds. Chao Gardens didn't have that Animal Crossing feel, of course, because it was a Sonic game, and Animal Crossing doesn't have pets to take care of. Using both Animal Crossing and Chao Gardens as an inspiration for a game is an incredibly amazing combo, and I cannot wait to see how great this game is when it releases. With any pet simulation game, having over 400 combinations to get is a huge deal, but with so many more life sim elements added, I feel like this game will be one we can play for a long time. It's also been mentioned that they would love to continue adding free content and updates to the game, but DLC has not been confirmed. There is currently no set release date for Poglings, but hopefully it will release in late 2024 or 2025. If it is in 2025, we already have two amazing games, Sally and Puff Pal's Island Skies coming out, so 2025 will already be pretty full for me already. And if Poglings gets added to that list, I will not have any time to do anything but play games. Thankfully, it is promised to release both on Steam and the Nintendo Switch. I'm so glad I'm getting to relive a huge part of my childhood with a game like Poglings. Let me know if you played Chao Gardens and if you'll be picking Poglings up when it releases. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a cozy day and God bless.